On this episode of Pawn Stars,
I've got some old Beatles bobblehead dolls.
With any of these things, it's about condition and whether you have the box. Do you have the box?
I have this really cool Gilbert chemistry set.
I'm surprised more kids didn't die because they were dangerous as all hell.
This is my scat 9.5-foot hovercraft.
That is Mad Max right there, dude.
You feel like you're out of control about 90% of the time.
Please don't hit my truck. Please don't hit my truck. At my shop, family comes first and money comes second, depending on who you ask. But the best part, you never know what's going to come through that door. This is Pawn Stars. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. I have this really cool Gilbert chemistry set that I think's going to look excellent in your shop.
A chemistry set. Every boy wanted one because you were going to be a mad scientist and you were going to invent something crazy. I'm surprised more kids didn't die because they were dangerous as all hell. Okay? You have this tannic acid right here and this sodium ferrocyanide. If you mix those together, you should get cyanide gas and it would kill you.
I'm here at the shop today to try to sell my Gilbert chemistry set. I actually got this chemistry set at a yard sale. It still has a lot of the chemicals and all the little bits and bobs and pieces in it. It's really in pretty good shape. I would really like to get $100. I have no need to make gunpowder or any other explosives.
This is probably made right around 1960-ish. And we've advanced so much with chemistry. There's so many new different kind of chemical compounds that make better plastics, that make better everything. Mm-hmm. And a little bit can be contributed to chemistry sets like this. Because you had kids who fell in love with this and went to college and studied chemical engineering.
True.
I remember I was like probably 8, 9 years old and I got a chemistry set.
So now you just have to have one of these to bring back all those memories.
I'll tell you what, it's interesting. It really is. What do you want to do with it?
Well, I'm hoping to sell it.
Okay. How much do you want for it?
I would take $100 for it. It's cool, and you know it.
I'm fascinated. I am fascinated with it. I really am. Brings back a lot of memories. Mm-hmm. But chemistry sets are one of those things where their parents thought they were being great parents buying a chemistry set. Most kids played with them for a little bit and ended up in the closet. So it's pretty common to see these things completely together. Mm-hmm. Take $50?
No. Come on, let's make a little chemistry here now. I think I could do 85.
60?
No. You can come up a little bit.
$70?
Okay, I think 70 would be fair.
All right, cool. I'll meet you right over there.
All right, thanks. I saw that little sparkle in his eye, and usually when something reminds you of your childhood, you want it again. I'm taking that $70, treating myself to a nice dinner and a glass of wine.
A guy called me up and told me he had a hovercraft. So I'm meeting him out here at the dry lake beds because the nerd in me has always wanted a hovercraft. How's it going? This looks like some serious transportation.
Yeah, this is my scat 9.5-foot hovercraft. This is a result of online auction bidding when you're drunk. I bought this hovercraft online. One night I was about 2 quarts over full on beer, and I was online shopping. I stay away from online auctions now. I want to sell it because it's time to move on to a new toy. I'd like to get $5,000 for it, and I would probably take as little as $3,000.
I think it's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'm a helicopter and airplane pilot, and I've been flying for 40 years, and I thought, well, I've never flown a hovercraft, so...
Technically, they do fly. You know, they elevate off the ground, what, like good 6 inches, this thing does?
6 to 8 inches. Yeah.
They're incredible machines. The weird thing is, it just took them so long to figure it out because so many people were trying to come up with vehicles that would lift off the ground, but they could never figure out the right lift for it until some guy was sitting around with a coffee can. And he realized that if you put the fan above it, instead of blowing directly down, just sort of blow it underneath, you get a cushion of air. That's why the little things on the side,
the skirts, yeah,
push inward.
Correct.
They actually make military models, right?
Yes, they do.
Now, those are cool. Hovercrafts became a big part of military vehicles during the Vietnam War because they could go on land, they can go on water. The whole physics of it and how it's designed is absolutely amazing to me. So how fast does it go?
It'll go up to 30 miles an hour. It's got a 27 horsepower Rotex 277 engine in it.
Okay. Does it run?
Of course it runs. This thing is a blast. You feel like you're out of control about 90% of the time. And the direction you're pointed isn't necessarily the direction you're going.
All right, well, that's good to know.
I'm really, really intrigued. I want to see you drive this thing.
All right. You might want to stand back a little bit.
Okay, I understand. Let's see.
Once they see me riding this hovercraft out here, they're going to definitely make an offer on it. Stand back a little bit.
We've come to see a guy with a Scat 1986 hovercraft. This thing looks seriously cool. But before I make an offer, I got to see this thing run. That is Mad Max right there, dude.
It looks like a riding lawnmower on dirt.
Please don't hit my truck. Please don't hit my truck. I gotta tell you, I'm impressed. I am nerding out so hard right now. I really, really want this thing if I can get it for a decent price.
You really want this thing?
You know how cool this would be out on a lake?
You can't really control them on land. You can't really control them on water. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me.
So how much do you want for it?
5,000.
All right. Do you have the 2006 EPA sticker?
No, I don't.
Ooh, buddy.
Well, we're in Vegas, so the only place people are going to drive this is Lake Mead. A couple of years ago, they basically said, you got to get a 2006 EPA compliant sticker on your motor, or you can't drive at Lake Mead.
Did you give me $4,000 for it without the sticker?
It's got to have the sticker. If you can give me that sticker, I will give you $4,000 in a minute for it.
How about $3,000 without the sticker?
No, I got to have the sticker.
This thing is scrap metal until you have the sticker.
I want the thing. I mean, we can't make a deal right now, but if you can get that sticker, I'm the buyer at $4,000. Okay?
Okay, that's the deal.
Have a good one, man.
Thank you. I didn't have a clue about the EPA sticker, but if I can get a sticker, I'll take it back and sell it to him.
Hell, you want that stupid thing for?
That is like one of the coolest things I have ever seen.
Dumbest thing I ever seen in my life.
You don't appreciate anything. So, Corey, you take care of the schedule?
Not yet.
Because I know Judy and Mary want to go to Miami or something next week.
John,
What's up with the centipede game back there?
Like 2 days ago. I just got the coolest
1982 Centipede arcade game. I'm storing it in the back of the shop right now, but my big concern, Corey ain't shopping.
What are we going to do with it?
Sell it?
We should set it up in the back. Any arcade set up in the back for us to play on our break is going to boost the morale around here.
It will turn into a nightmare. What'll end up happening is you guys will be there all day long.
I'm telling you, Rick, the morale around this place is going to be
Okay, I will.
100 times high.
All right. You can plug it in. You play it on your break. You play it at lunch. Any other playing it, there'll be no more playing it. You understand?
Oh, yeah, of course. Breaks only.
All right, yeah, no problem.
Yeah. 100%. I'm going to set it up.
Make sure he doesn't break it.
What do we got?
I've got some old Beatles bobblehead dolls.
Sweet.
These were my mom's from the 60s.
What's funny is I tell my dad that they're a boy band and he gets pissed off about it. But I mean, they're actually the definition of a boy band.
Right. I came to the pawn shop today to sell my Beatles bobblehead dolls from the 60s. There's a huge market for these because the Beatles have come back and made huge sales in the last 5 or 6 years. I'd love to get $1,500. I'm in Vegas. I need to run it up and see what happens.
Oh, they're pretty collectible, man. The thing with bobbleheads, though, is they've been around for almost 200 years. You know, I think they started in like the 1850s. Originally, they were like paper mache.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're kind of cool. I mean, instead of just a normal statue, they kind of bring a little bit of life to it, you know? The Beatles sold over $50 million worth of merchandise back in 1964 alone. And I know there's a lot of fans out there willing to pay good money for anything from the Fab Four. I can see right now there's some condition issues. And with George, not much wrong with George.
George looks good.
And everybody's least favorite Beatle. Any idea what you're looking to get out of them?
I'd like to get $1,500.
$1,500? Okay. I know Beatles memorabilia always sells, but I'm just not sure what they're worth today. Let me have a buddy of mine come down and check them out. He's the curator of the Hard Rock Hotel here in town.
Oh, nice.
And he can give me a value of what these things are actually worth.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll be right back.
Sounds good. The worst thing that could happen with the expert coming in is if he drops the price crazy low, I am going to be heartbroken.
Oh, I love these. They were a big hit, and they're still very popular. With any of these things, it's about condition, and I think the highest retail on this would be about
In what world is that acceptable? You're not even playing it right. Get off the machine, dude.
My high score! Damn it!
A guy came in with some bobbleheads from the Beatles in the 60s. Warwick, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Corey.
I have no idea what they're worth, so I asked Warwick to come take a look.
What's up today?
Beatles bobbleheads.
Oh, I love these. I've been in the hard rock business for 30 years now, so rock and roll's my life.
I know these guys did just about everything in the world to make money. I mean, second only to Kiss, right?
Well, now the interesting thing is that Beatles didn't make a lot of money off their merchandise. Their manager gave as many licenses as he could to publicize the Beatles.
Okay.
It's a very American thing, bobbleheads. You know, you had them for baseball players and everything like that. So they were a big hit, and they're still very popular. So what do you want to know about them?
I know conditions everything on these, and Ringo's missing drumstick can be the difference between $100 or $1,000, I don't know where the hell that lies.
Well, you got it right. With any of these things, it's about condition and whether you have the box. Do you have the box?
They've stayed in the same shoebox for 30 years, whatever. But no, the box is long gone.
Sorry, the shoebox is not worth any money. And they're in used condition. A little dusty, and there's paint loss down here. And Ringo's missing a stick. The condition you'd expect to, really, he's 50 years old or more.
Yeah, got an idea of what they're worth?
Drum roll, Ringo. Drum roll.
One drum.
If you had them today, perfect in box, probably these days are going for about $1,000 for the perfect ones.
Okay.
So I think the highest retail on this would be about $450, and maybe even less.
Jeez. Oh.
Work, man, I appreciate it.
All right. Again, sorry to let the air out of your balloon.
Thank you.
All right.
So, you heard what my guy had to say.
$1,500 is where I was at. I could go down to like 800.
I'd offer you like $200.
No. We named my daughter Lucy after Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. My family would kill me if I let them go for $200 because we have Beatles in our blood.
I mean, that's the most I can go, dude.
It doesn't make sense for me to sell them at $200 knowing the market's going to climb.
Well, no one knows if the market's going to climb, man. It's
I can't go any lower than $600.
But it don't look like we're going to make a deal, man.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, man. I appreciate it too. Thank you.
Maybe there'll be worse tomorrow one day.
Hopefully. Corey offered me $200, and I could not accept the deal. They're just worth more than $200.
You still haven't been able to beat me. I still got the high score.
No, you don't.
Who the hell's OMH? He's got over 100,000 points.
It ain't me.
Obviously, it's not you. You suck at it. Who would it be? Old Man Harrison?
No. The old man don't play video games.
34 years ago, this game came out. Could have played it back then.
Well, he does come in earlier than everybody.
It's got to be the old man.
Screw this. I'm taking over the high score.
Guys, what do you want? I told you you could play it during breaks and lunch, or I'd pull it out of here.
This is a break.
No, your break was over like 20 minutes ago.
That was my break. This is a game break.
You know, relax. We're not busy right now.
Chum is just as useful when he's playing this video game as when he's working. So at this point, I just give up. You know what? I don't even know why I give you guys a paycheck.
Hurry up, dude, so I can just get my high score back. What in the world do we have here?
Right here we have an actual sheriff's badge from the Brown County Sheriff's Department where Green Bay is located in Wisconsin. And this particular badge right here is a commemorative Super Bowl badge for the year 1997.
That's when Favre won, right?
Favre won and Desmond Howard ran up all those yards, got the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, I mean, when they won that year, it was a big deal. I mean, when the Super Bowl trophy is named after one of your main guys, it's kind of embarrassing that you go 20-something years without winning a Super Bowl.
The reason I came down to the pawn shop today is to sell off this commemorative Super Bowl Green Bay Packers Sheriff's badge I have. I want to sell the badge because I'm looking to grab season tickets. Thousands what I came in to get, and thousands what I'm going to leave with.
It's definitely cool. So where'd you get it?
My grandmother, she owns a bar in Wisconsin, and I would always come around and visit, and it was always my favorite piece of memorabilia that she had. And you can see that the Lombardi trophy is right there in the middle of the badge itself. So when she sold her bar, decided to pack up everything and move out to Las Vegas, she decided to give this to me as a present in 2011 when the Green Bay Packers went back to the Super Bowl and defeated the Steelers.
That's awesome, man. Commemorative police badges used to be handed out after big events. It was kind of a thank you to the cops for keeping the peace. And I bet the police really earned their badges that night back in 1997. Green Bay is one of the smallest towns with a football team in it.
Right.
So the town takes a lot of pride in their football team. And, of course, the police wanted to show something like that. But to me, a police badge should be something kind of sacred. So to have a commemorative police badge, it just seems kind of hokey to me.
I see. Well, oftentimes when these badges were purchased and they do things like this, a lot of the money is going towards funds as far as like injured officers or things like that.
And for a long time, they did stuff like that, Then kind of 9/11 hit and everybody decided to take it a little bit more seriously. They don't really do it as much anymore.
All right.
What do you want for it?
I was hoping to come in here and maybe get $1,000 for it.
$1,000.
There's X amount of badges that were made or even purchased. I feel like they hold some kind of value.
I'm with you, man. And there's a big market out there for police badge collecting. But I'm not convinced that the Green Bay Packer thing adds to that real value. And that's who I normally sell my police badges to, is that market, the police patch and badge collectors. I'll give you $500 for it.
I was hoping it was worth a little bit more than that. Can you meet me at 6?
Okay, 510.
I came all the way down here.
You came all the way down here. You're going to sell it to me for $510.
$510
right?
sounds
Right,
good.
sounds great.
All right, thank you, man.
Meet me over there. We'll just pay.
All right, cool. It was a little less than what I wanted to come out here with, but I'm going home with $510. So how sad could I be?
Dude, you got to check it out. I finally beat OMH.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it took... What the... I didn't even see the old man come in today. How the hell does he keep beating me? I gotta get my score back.
Guys, I'm done with this. Corey.
What? What do you want?
Put it on the floor. Unplug the machine.
Just let me get this one last score.
You're not going to beat that score, son. You're just not. Get it on the floor for sale.
Don't get this thing. I've got to beat OMH. I have to push it.
Yeah, the old man's got to go down, Rick.
The old man doesn't play video games. Are you guys crazy?
Who the hell is OMH then?
OMH, 34 years ago, San Diego, I was the king.
What, it's you?
One Mean Harrison. I played that game before you were born.
I've lost all interest in the game. I don't even care anymore.